Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the Singleton class in Java. Now, the Singleton class in Java is a special type of class which has or of which we can only create one object at a time. So there are various classes in Java, okay, or various types of classes in Java like Singleton, Abstract, Sealed, and Prototype. Okay, now prototype is the class that we generally use. Okay, so whichever class we generally are using in Java, all those are by default prototype classes, of which multiple objects can be or multiple different objects can be we can create. Okay, but here singleton class in Java is a special type of class of which only one object we can create, and until that object is referred to by the reference variable of the class, we cannot create another object. Okay, so this is a special class. We will understand its importance and how it is created. Okay, so to create a singleton class in Java, there are 3 steps or 3 points to remember, and we can follow these 3 points and we can create the singleton class in Java. So first point is, okay, so first is make constructor private. Okay, so we first have to make the constructor of the or default constructor of the class as private, so that no one can create the object by new operator. Okay, second, we have to declare a private static reference variable of the class. Private static reference variable of the class. And third, define a public static method. Public static method to create object of the class. Okay, so these are the 3 important points we have to remember. Now, how this works? If we make the constructor as private, so what will it so now any private method or any private variable outside the class we cannot access, you know very well. So if we make the constructor as private, we cannot use new operator and say new or class name. Okay, so first of all, we cannot use new operator to create an object. Second, by creating a reference variable of the class as private and static, the object, this particular variable, will be shared across the class. Okay, so the static keyword you must know in Java, that whichever method or object is declared as method or variable is declared as static, we can share that the properties of that object across the whole class. Okay, and third, it is we need to declare a public static method to create an object of the class. Now, why public static method? Why not just public method? When you create a static method, you can create an object of the class without, or you can call a method without creating the object of that method. Okay, now we will see how. Okay, so let's get to our editor and let's create a class. So class is student. Let's create a student class only, and as we have said, first we need a public constructor. So we declare, or we have now a public private constructor of the class. Okay, now second step, I write the step. So first is make constructor private. Okay, now second step is we have to declare a private static field So we will declare private static student equal to null. Initially it will point to null. Okay, and then we have to create a public static method which returns the instance of this class, so we can get the object. So we will say get instance method with no parameters. Okay, now here how can we create or what logic can we write so that we get only one object at a time and nobody is able to create the multiple objects. Okay, so what we say, if student means reference variable is equal to null, then we should provide then it should point to a object of the class. Okay, then we create an object and we return it. Else just return the student. Okay, so this is a very small and very important logic here. If we already have a null field, means the object is not created, we create an object and return it. If the object is already created, then the condition in the if will not be executed, it will not go into the if block, and it will just return the same object itself. So we will not get or learn another object of that class. Now let's see how. Now we'll create a student s1 equal to, now if we try to create this, it's giving us the error. It is saying change visibility of student to package. The constructor student is not visible because it is private, so we cannot create. So what we will need is, we will say, okay, we will say student dot get instance. Okay, now this will provide us the instance or the object for the class. Okay, and to make sure, we create a field like, okay, string name. Okay, string name is just a field in a class, so we say s1 dot name equal to, let's suppose my name is Sudarshan. Okay, so we have created an object. Now we create another object. We try to create another object. So we will again say student dot get instance, and for this we say s2 dot name equal to, let's say we say Ajay. Right, now we try to print the student. So if we say s1 dot name and we print s2 dot name, let's see what is the result. Okay, so both result is Ajay. Now you can see here we have said that s1 dot name is Sudarshan and s2 dot name is Ajay. So why s1 dot name is also Ajay? Because s1 and s2 are pointing to the same object. Okay, they are not pointing to different object, and that's why when you change with the with s2, when you change the value of the name property in object from Sudarshan to Ajay, it is also reflected in the s1 dot name, right? And there is one more way by which you can get the idea why these two objects are same. Now whenever the two objects are same, they have the same hash code. So if I print s1 dot hash code equal to s2 dot hash code. Now if hash code are equal means it will return true, so it will means both objects are same. If it returns false, then that means both objects are different. So let's see what it returns. So it returns true means both objects are same. This is a way to check whether the object is same or different. Now to get more confirmation, let's create a normal class. Let's create a animal class. And we just write int name. Okay, nothing else. This is as simple as that. Okay. Now we say a1 equal to new animal, and we create another, or we first write a1 dot name equal to tiger. Okay, and we create a second animal, a2 equal to new animal, and we say a2 dot name equal to lion. Okay, I change it to string. Okay, now let's see what it prints. So I print a1 dot name and I print a2 dot name. So here if you see, okay, so a1 dot name is coming as tiger and a2 dot name is coming as lion. Now here it is not changing the name property because both are different objects. Now how do we verify that? We check their hash codes. So we say a1 dot hash code equal to a2 dot hash code. Now if we run it, we get false. You can see that. This means that the hash code of a1 and a2 are not same. So they are not pointing to same object. There are two different animal objects. But in case of student, both are pointing, s1 and s2 are pointing to the same student object. So there is a single object, and that's the beauty of this Singleton class. Now you would like to know why this Singleton class is to be created, or what is its importance. So first importance is in, let's talk about the importance of Singleton class. First is in database connection. Database connection to Java applications. Now why we are using the Singleton class in the database connection purpose? Because when you are connecting to a database, you would only want that only one object should do that. Let's suppose multiple objects are trying to connect to the database, and it will throw exception and it will make your code very complex, and it is not a good practice to do so also. So only one object should get the connection and manage the whole database connection and disconnection and all the properties related to it and perform all the queries. So there is no interference, okay, and you get a consistent results. Second purpose is for logging. We also use it for thread pools. We use it. So these are some of the various applications we use in the industry. Okay, so that's all for the Singleton class. Hope you have understood this concept, and this is also a part of, or is used for implementing the Singleton design pattern, okay, which you will be learning later. So I hope the concept of Singleton class and its application is clear to you. Okay, so we'll see in the upcoming videos about the new concepts, about the new questions. Okay, till then, bye bye.